welcome back to the channel. For today, we're going to be doing the history of all of my old skateboards. This is pretty much every single board that I've ever skated, and the giveaway board, which we will have an update on that, and then my current board I'm skating now. As you can see, there's quite a bit of skateboards there, and on that side as well. I'm gonna go through it pretty quickly because there is a lot, but these are all the past boards, or at least pro decks that I've skated from whenever I was about 8 to 10 years old, all the way up until now. I just turned 24 on October 25th, so happy birthday me. I know it's late, but we're just gonna jump into all the boards and kind of give you a base history or a story of each individual board. But I do need to go through it really quickly because, like I said, there are a lot. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and put you on the other camera that's right there. So to start off, we're gonna go ahead and just start from the very beginning. I have most of these in order of which one I skated first to which one I'm skating currently. I'm not 100% positive on if this is exactly correct in order, but it's pretty darn close, so I'm gonna say that. So first off, this is my first ever pro deck. This is a Enjoy deck. It was the original like humping camel design, and for some reason, whenever I was really little, I always skated the board backwards for some reason. So this is actually supposed to be the nose here, and this is the tail, but I ended up skating, this is the tail, this is the nose. I really don't know why I did that. I just thought that the nose had more pop whenever I was a kid, and then I changed the way I skated quite a bit over the years. Also, when I first learned how to skate, as you can see, the edge of the board was like completely destroyed and squared, and they weren't popsicle shape anymore. So I really put them through the test, I guess. This one is a 7.5. That's what I started on. I got this one whenever I was probably close to like 10, 11 years old. I was skating at the age of 8, but I wasn't any good, and I didn't really get good until I was probably like 12 years old or 13 years old, and then I got okay at skating. This one has always been like my favorite one, and it's the one that I will never ever give away because it is my first ever pro deck. So this one's my favorite. There are a lot more that are my favorite, obviously. Actually, pretty much all of these are my favorites because I've kept them over the years. There's a few decks that I don't have with me today, and that's because when my mom moved, we actually had to throw away a lot of them, but these are the ones that I saved because they have the most memories or attachments to me. That's the first one. It's Jerry Hsu Enjoy Humping Camel board. I don't know why, it's really funny to me. This next one is same Enjoy deck. It is the plaid Panda. For a while, I really wanted to collect all of the Panda series boards they were doing. I don't know if this one is in order correctly, but I'm going to assume it is because it has the same thing with the tail where it's very squared off and it's not round anymore, and all the edges are completely like obliterated and chipped. I used to pretty much destroy my boards, and I don't know why. I couldn't skate that well, so the board kind of went everywhere. Over the years of learning how to skate, you learn how to like maintain your board and maintain the shape, and you'll see that throughout the video. But this one, again, I was skating it backwards for a while. Enjoys were always just my favorite. I love pandas in general. They're not my favorite animal, but they are one of my favorite animals. So I really just kind of like the artwork itself, and I just like the quality of an Enjoy board. It's similar to Almost. I think they're made by the same manufacturing company. Those two are like my favorite brands that I skated whenever I was little. And I think this one is a size 8. I'm not 100% sure because I flip-flop between 7.5, 7.75, 8, and 8.25 a lot. So I think this was an 8. You're gonna see a lot of Enjoys, you're gonna see a lot of Almost. Next up we have is another Enjoy that I actually never really skated. As you can see, it's almost brand new still. There's a few little like scratches here, a few little splits here, and that's because this board is probably 9 years old, 10 years old. I'm not exactly sure how accurate that is. It just wasn't for me. It didn't have enough pop or concave right here or here, so I just didn't want to skate it. It is a 7.75, I think, for this one, and at the time I was riding an 8 or an 8.25. So I didn't want to skate it. I used to actually just put it on my wall, and then I skated it like once or twice, but I didn't want to skate this one. So this is the Rasta Panda. Again, more collections of Enjoy stuff. Next up we have probably one of my all-time favorite boards, and it's a Day One Song Double Impact from Almost. As you can see, I kind of like destroyed a lot of these completely. The only thing that I did not like about the double impact was the little like carbon fiber that was on the nose and the tail would actually like flake off, and you'd actually chip your hand if you'd grab the top of the board, or you'd cut your hand on top of the board. So I didn't really like that too much, and it chipped really easily for me, but again, that's all my boards. I didn't really know how to skate them, so They always chipped. That's one of the cool things. There's a carbon fiber piece here too. They did end up changing the double impact design later on, and they ended up making the inserts just right here instead of all the way to the edge. So that might be why. And then obviously you have impact here and impact here. This is my first introduction to an Almost board, and from that day I absolutely was in love with Almost. I really got inspired by Day One Song. He's my #1 favorite skater, so I figured let's skate his decks, and whenever I did that I was like, oh my god, these are amazing. So that's also me just being biased towards Day One Song and thinking that if I skate his stuff I'm going to really enjoy it, so I don't know, that could be why. Next up on the list was another double impact. As you can see, I got a little bit better at skating, I guess. Still chipping a lot, but it's keeping its shape overall to be a little bit more round. Again, double impact. This one is a Eunice. I don't remember who skates this. I don't remember how to say his name, but it starts with a Y and he skates for Almost. So this one I think was a little bit too wide. That one, the Day One Song double impact, was an 8. This one I think was my introduction to like an 8.38 or something, and it was a little bit too wide. So I really didn't enjoy it that much, but overall it held up a lot of support. It still actually is very stiff to this day. Double impact boards were always really cool to me just because they have that, I think it's carbon fiber. I don't actually know if it is, but they just had that support and I really liked it. For the next board, this is probably one of my all-time favorites. The only reason why it is my favorite is because I broke this board learning how to do a new trick. So as you see, it looks pretty good for the most part, but as you see over here, it's completely cracked and broken all the way through, and then the layers itself are completely broken. There's only like 2 layers that are holding it together. So it's supposed to be like that. I did a front side 180 over the box, the skate part. This one I landed a little bit too much on the nose whenever I did the 180, and it just broke as soon as I landed. But it's probably like the one that I have the most pride for, because it's like my first real break doing a trick down a relatively big gap. So I love this board. I never want to completely break it. I know a lot of people, whenever they break a board or crack a board, they instantly just break it. I'm not that kind of person. I have a lot of respect for my boards, and I can actually skate a lot of these still too. That's just me. I know everybody has their own thing. I just really like to try to keep mine intact as much as possible. Again, I don't like breaking boards. So after that purple Enjoy broke, I instantly went home because I had this one here, which is another Enjoy. It is the yellow one, same exact board pretty much, but it's on the Grizzly Clear grip tape, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what has all like the little dots in it. No, they're not air bubbles, that's actually the perforated holes. Everybody thinks that's air bubbles. That's not the case. It's literally perforated holes. And that's just how Grizzly Clear is. Probably not anymore because I think they got rid of the perforated holes in general. I haven't checked in a while. But yeah, instantly went home. I had this board ready to go, so I went ahead, and it was already gripped and everything, so I went ahead and took the purple board apart, put everything on this one, and then I redid the gap down the box jump, did the 180 over it, and landed it, I'm pretty sure, first try with this board. And then this one I think is an 8.25, so I started switching to that size after that. So this one has really cool history just because this is the first official land, and it's pretty much the exact same board as the purple one. The purple one was just an 8, this one just slightly bigger. And again, as you can see, Enjoy is a common theme here. Really love Enjoy boards. This next board is a Zoomies Couch Tour board. I actually got this one from one of my friends, Sage. He gave me this board a long time ago, and it was a very rare board. This is whenever Zoomies was doing the Couch Tour instead of the Zoomies Best Foot Forward. And this is made by Fallen, which was a shoe company. As you can see, it's Fallen right there, and that's the Zoomies Couch Tour logo. And it's just a skeleton and a coffin. And this one had the most pop of any board that I've ever skated. It's one of the lightest decks that I've ever skated. And overall, like, I really enjoyed this board, and it taught me a lot. The only problem was I was learning how to do lip slides one time, and I ended up cracking the board right here. So this board is split pretty much all the way through, and it's cracked a little bit on the bottom. You can't really see it because of how it's scratched up, but this one is pretty much broken. And I never wanted to 100% fully break it just because it is my favorite and I really like keeping it intact. So this one, to this day, I think might be one of my all-time favorite boards just because of the pop, how much I learned on it, how much tricks I was able to get with it. Obviously, the old Enjoys that I had, those were my favorite before this board, and they probably still are, honestly. This one just was where I got good at skating. And again, I'm not great by any means. I'm still learning, and I stopped skating for a bit. So the quality of my ability has gone down a lot, and I'm just trying to relearn how to do everything. Next on the list is a Habitat P2 board. P2 meaning that it is, I think it's a bamboo layer on the top. It's supposed to be much lighter and much stronger, similar to the Impact series that Almost did. The only problem with it, I didn't really care for this board. I don't know why I didn't care for it, but that's why it's not 100% completely destroyed. It didn't do exactly what I wanted. I ended up getting a new board after that. I liked this one for a bit, but it wasn't the same as the Zoomies Couch Tour board. And that was just always a struggle to find a board that was very similar to it. And they discontinued all the stuff for Couch Tour because it's not Zoomies Couch Tour anymore, it's Zoomies Best Foot Forward. So that's why I guess I didn't really like this one. It's probably still a good board. I did like the P2 design. It just also wasn't the Impact that I was used to from Almost. So I kind of was just, we'll try something new. And this kind of like is the beginning of me getting out of skating Almost and Enjoys. And that's where I like kind of mixed it up and skated other boards. This one probably is my favorite overall color scheme. It was the Corey Kennedy Girl. It's blue, it's pink. Blue is my all-time favorite color, and then pink is my birthstone. So I always like to try to collaborate the two colors together, which is why my car has blue with pink wheels. This one just didn't have the concave that I liked. Didn't feel that good when I skated it. So that's why this one, again, isn't as destroyed. And it's actually still a really, really good board. And I can still skate this one. It just did not have the pop, it did not have the flick that I wanted. Just wasn't a good board in my eyes. I'm just gonna bring it back to the Fallen board, the Zoomies Couch Tour. And again, I think it's just because I got so used to that one, I couldn't find anything else that had the same pop or had the same feel. And it could just be my skating, honestly. I could just really be hyped on that board and thought I was great, and then I got these boards and I sucked. But regardless, this board itself, still really good quality, and I could honestly skate it if I wanted to. And then after that, we went to another Enjoy here. I've always wanted to do just the lettering Enjoy, and I never got a chance to get one. There's one that has a donut for the O here, and I was never able to get that one. I always wanted it, but I never had the money to get it. And then this is the first time that I got interested in doing like little cutout designs. Had little like a circle shape that went up, and then I had my little grizzly bear here, and there was grip on the bottom here as well, but over the years it's been kind of peeling away and crinkling, so it's no longer good quality grip, obviously, but that's where I think I got really introduced into just making designs with grip, and I kind of enjoyed doing that. It was really fun. And again, this one's still really good quality. I could probably still skate this. I just felt like it was losing pop. I got a lot of like razor tail, and I probably skated this one for quite a while before I switched. I just wanted to do something different and get out of doing an Enjoy again. So got rid of the Enjoy, and then I went back into Almost, where this is a broken board, and again did that same thing with the grip where just did a design on it. The only problem with this board is it's almost brand new. I don't know how it broke. I don't remember what happened, which is sad because all the other ones I have a big story with or a big history with. This one I don't remember why it broke, how it broke. I think I ended up just cracking it doing tray flips because I was trying to get those on lock. I think I landed too much in the tail, and then I cracked it, and then after that I just broke it because I was very upset that this one broke so quickly. Again, I don't remember what happened. I might have a few videos of me skating this one that were on my Instagram. I'm kind of bummed that this one doesn't have any wear and tear. It's only like right here and that's it. So there's not much of this one because I don't remember it, but I did skate it, which then led me into the next Almost, which this is the first board that was featured on the YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure. This one is in my #1 video, and it's actually the thumbnail for the video. I did a splatter paint like grip tape design from Grizzly. As you can tell on pretty much every board that I've skated, they've all been Grizzly grip or Mob grip. I've always been true to Grizzly and Mob. I absolutely love them. And then this one, I remember cracking it. I don't remember exactly what happened. I went ahead and broke it so I could use it for the video because I actually just throw these off to the side in the video. So if you haven't watched it, link will be up above. But there's not much to this one, but it was just the first one that was skated on the channel itself, so I still have it. This is the next board that I skated, and I decided to get out of my comfort zone with brands again. I decided to go away from Almost and Enjoy and try something new. This is a Sovereign board, and everybody probably remembers me building this one from that #1 video. And as you can see, this one does the same thing that that yellow Enjoy did with all of the dots in it. Those aren't air bubbles. Again, there's so many comments on that video that are like, oh my god, the clear sucks, there's so many air bubbles, blah, 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 blah. No, this is the perforated holes. It's what happens when you have clear grip with perforated holes. I'm not a huge fan of clear grip. I just wanted to try it again because I couldn't remember if I liked it or not. And it's okay. And I wanted to see like the Sovereign logo, but I still prefer just using overall black grip tape. I don't know why I ever decided to switch from doing black grip, but I did. And then this one we skated for a bit, and then I decided to get rid of it because we chipped it here and it just got a lot of razor tail. So not much to this one. Have a few videos skating this one, so if you want to check them out, check them out. The next board we have is a Meridian skateboard. I got this from my old boss. Before he left the store, he gave me this whenever he went to a manager event, and now I get to go to those manager events because I'm a store manager. It's really cool, and I get free boards. That's how I got pretty much all my boards for my $1,000 skateboard giveaway. I wish I still had money to do stuff like that. But anyway, going back to this story. This one was really cool. I did like the heartbeat grip and then did more cutouts. I really enjoy doing cutouts. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of fun. I don't like doing anything crazy with it. The only thing that sucked on this one is this one destroyed my toe whenever I was doing tray flips in one of my old videos that I think is how to tray flip or how to 360 flip. And I learned that doing fakie trays were much easier. I was getting back into skating and getting back into doing tray flips, so I wasn't good at them. And this one didn't have the pop that I wanted or the pop that I liked. And originally I was going to give this one away just because I didn't really have a big like attachment to this board. So I ended up doing my initials and like signing it to do a giveaway. And then nobody like commented that they wanted it or said anything that they wanted it. So I was like, okay, I'll just hold on to it until we get bigger, and then if somebody wants it, we'll do a giveaway on this one if you want to skate it. It's still in really good condition for the most part. There's not any chips on it. Grip is still actually pretty good. So if you want to see this one be given away, I could probably still do so. It's just leave in the comments, what should I do with this one? I don't have any sentimental attachment to it really. It's an okay board. I didn't care for it. I wanted something different, so I got something different. Then we got into, again, one of my favorite brands, Primitive. I absolutely love Primitive's quality, and this is the Paul Rodriguez board. If nobody knows, Paul Rodriguez used to skate for Plan B, and then he created his own company called Primitive, and now he does that. And again, I've got a big like culture with just Japanese stuff in general. As you can see, I've got Naruto here, I've got Dragon Ball Z stuff here. It's hard to see everything else, there's more Dragon Ball Z stuff there, but I've got a big like culture when it comes to like Japanese stuff. I absolutely love it. So I went with this one, and this one I think I did a how to ollie north video on, and actually built this board in that video. And then we ended up shipping it like the first or second day at the skate park, and I was really upset about that because it launched out of the bowl and then landed straight on the tail of the board. And I was like, that sucks. But I still kept it, still skated it, and it had that same like feel that Zumi's couch tour board did. So that's why I really, really like this one. And I want to get another Primitive board, I just don't know what to get. But it was the one that like really got me back into skating. It's the one that like kept me going forward again and learning a lot of new tricks. I think it just has that same sentimental value that the Zumi's couch tour board does. I don't think I have like a #1 favorite in here because they're all so sentimental, or they all have such a different meaning to me. And I've learned so much on each and every board that I probably just don't have a favorite. All right, last board that we skated that is just a deck was the Santa Cruz VX deck that has my Hydro Dip grip tape, and it was also splitting right here really bad. There you go. Yeah, and also this side as well. This board, when I first got it, I wanted to try it. It's a like $90 deck. It's really expensive. It's similar to the Pal Peralta flight decks. They're 5 layers instead of 7, and they have fiberglass on the top and the bottom. The thing that makes this cool is it's got a lot of pop because of that. It's really light because of that. But one thing I didn't really like about it was the fact that it split, and it got razor tail really quickly, and it also chipped a lot. It lost its overall shape. It got really flat really quickly, and it just didn't really do what I wanted. And it also felt heavier over time. I thought it was a good board at first, but it just didn't do what the Primitive board did, or didn't do what the Zumi's couch tour board did, and it didn't do what other boards did. Like, I didn't learn a lot on this board, and I think that's why I didn't care for it. And I was trying to do a lot of nollie flips, or learn how to do nollie flips. I have no clue how to do them, so I'm still practicing them. And I thought this board was going to be able to teach me how to do that, and then I just was not popping it at all. I think this one overall was a good board. It just didn't do what I wanted it to, so I ended up getting a new board. I wanted to try something new. I want to try Santa Cruz, which I've never done, so that's what I did. Next up, we have my current board. It was made from just a blank board. If you want to see how the video was made, watch the video. This is my custom artwork, my custom design, and it's a really cool board. Like, I love the artwork on it. I love the design of it. The only thing I don't like was it's made from a blank board. It's not made from me. It's not made from my press, which I am working on building a skate press. And I used to do that stuff back in 10th grade, which I'll get to in a second. But this quality of the blank for myself isn't the same quality that the primitive has. It's a little bit thicker. It's a little bit heavier, and I really like light boards, which is why I skate the Tensor Magnesium trucks. That's why I skate those. They're my favorite. Oh, the trucks also go really, really well with this board, and I didn't think about that whenever I was doing it. So when I put them on, I was like, oh, that actually is really, really cool. So I love the artwork. I love just the design of this board. I'm just not a huge fan of the pop. I'm not a huge fan of the way that it flicks. It's a little heavy, so I probably will end up skating a different board. I just really wanted to try out the blank boards, and that's my honest opinion of them. I still think they're really good quality, and I can't wait to make them 100% in-house, where I get to press my decks and make them. I used to do that. Let me show you. So these two boards, there's this one that I did skate for a little bit, and this is my skateboard that I made in-house. I pressed it and everything, 7 layers of veneer, glued them down, had a concrete press in my garage. My mom probably hated it, sorry mom. But I used to make them at home, and I wanted to try it. It's actually relatively really light. The only thing is it just wasn't 100%. And whenever I start making these in-house, I want to make them 100%. So I need to get the proper tools, I need to get the proper machines, and make sure that I'm doing it correctly. This was just kind of done with a bunch of sanders and a file. Pretty sure I just used a file to round the edges, and I didn't do like a sander or anything. It's not perfect by any means. And then we have my first ever like logo design board. This originally stood for Keegan Isaac Walker Industrial Skateboards, and it was just gonna be Kiwis, and I really wanted to have my own company. So at a very young age, I've always wanted to have my own company, which is what now this is Keegancotm. That's what the back is, if you can see it. Now I'm working on just designing my own brand, designing my own apparel. I've always wanted to have my own company. And now, because of YouTube and because of you and because of Zoomies itself and just watching apparel and being a store manager, I've learned a lot. And we're slowly working on developing a brand and a website. And then hopefully I can actually produce my boards. Not these, because we're not doing Kiwis anymore. That's completely gone. Like we're doing this now. Like, look at the difference, okay? I'm just saying, look at the difference. This is 10th grade me versus 24-year-old me. The quality of art has gotten so much better. The quality of design has gotten so much better. No, I didn't go to college for graphic design. I'm all self-taught when it comes to editing and designing your own stuff. And that leads me to the next thing, is being an inspiration to you guys or motivating y'all to do the things that you want to do. That's the reason why I have this channel. It really wasn't to do things for myself or to grow the business. It was just to inspire others to get into things that they really want to do. For me, that was skating, cars, traveling, gaming, creating my own apparel, and I just want to impact you in some way. So if this video, or if any of my videos impact you, then I want to say thank you for coming back and supporting the channel, and I'm really glad that it is impacting you in some way. That's why I'm trying to do these giveaways, the monthly giveaways. I just want to be able to give back to the community and to get y'all into something that you may not have been into before, or that you're interested and you just can't really afford. And I really try my best to give back as much as I can whenever I can. And that brings me to the giveaway. Again, this will be released on October 31st. We will pick a random comment on a random video to be selected for the winner. It is a way to give back to y'all. And then as you guys saw, this is the board that was in the cheapest board at Zoomies. So it's not gonna be 100% the best quality out there, but it is going to be a good starter board. It is pretty much perfect for a beginner. It does have independent trucks, which are going to last you pretty much a lifetime. So overall, this board is going to be a good quality board for any beginner out there, and I really hope whoever wins it is excited. Yes, we did skate it a little bit, so there's a couple scratches. I don't want you to like hate me for that, but there were a lot of comments saying to skate it and give it away, so that's what we did. To finalize the giveaway, I'm going to leave a little poll on my channel here and after this video or before this video, and we're going to select between 2 to 3 different videos. Whichever video is selected, we're going to do not a live video, but a live video. I'm gonna record myself and make another video of me sending it out like I do for every giveaway, so you know it's 100% legit. But we're gonna be recording that, and we're gonna be uploading that probably on October 31st or November 1st, however the time frame lays out. But regardless, there will be a winner selected on October 31st, and the board will be given out pretty much right after that. That's it for today's video. I wanna go ahead and say thank you to everybody that stayed around to watch this entire video, and I really hope that you enjoyed the update for the giveaway. And I wanna say, again, thank you for coming back to the channel, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you for liking and commenting and sharing. It really means a lot. The videos have just grown and grown and grown, and it's very incredible to see. And I do try to reply to every comment, so I just want to say thank you to everybody who comments on these videos, likes them, shares them, subscribes. It helps a lot. It means a lot. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry that it did go on for quite a while. There's just a lot of history and there's a lot of boards that we have here today. But again, that is going to be it for today's video. So I want to go ahead and say thank you one more time, and I will see you on the next one. Later, guys. Oh, that was easy. Wow.